Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is your friendly neighborhood Midnight saying howdy. Remember when I said that it was raining and I wouldn't go out there? Well, guess what, guys? It's no longer raining and I can go out. Don't like the screen door because it sticks. But check this out, guys. Hold on. Hold on just one moment, please, as I like to zoom in there. There you go. Look at all that. Let's zoom out a bit. See? Look how the clouds are. Now, let's zoom in for a little while as we go for a walk. You're gonna feel dizzy here, sorry. There you go. Should feel like you're walking with me. Now, let's go out here. See, there's still some water down there, but if we look over here, right there, there's a crow. Get a zoom up shot, see? A crow, and then there's still water right there, and still water over here, going on down there. But it's no longer raining anymore though, guys. Hold on. There we go. It's no longer raining, so that's good, right? Sorry about that, guys. The zoom feature on my iPad is a little wonky right now. There we go. Alright, hello guys. I'm back. Back from where? I don't know. So how in the world are you guys? I'm doing okay. You know, I haven't walked because it's been raining, and I'm not about to get out in the rain. It feels nice out there. Did I just stutter? Did I have like a outer body moment there for a moment? I think I did. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So yesterday afternoon, I did me some, yesterday evening, I guess, I did some live stream and stuff like that. So if y'all caught that, whoever came to my live, because I know somebody came to my live, I had one person, but nobody was talking. That was kind of weird. Kind of cool, but kind of weird how in both lives, both Twitch and YouTube, nobody decided to type in the comments and say, or the chat and say hello. So now don't get me wrong, I thank them for watching, and it's a beautiful thing that people are watching. But if y'all really want to show support, liking and commenting and subscribing, that's, a real reason or a real way y'all can show support for me. Because, see, without subscribing, I can't get paid. if I don't get paid, then there's not much I can do but to vlog right here. I'm slowly editing better because I've learned a lot more about iMovie and what it can do. So there's that. I want to become better at editing. So yeah, there's that. Excuse me, guys, I am tired. So, alright, this is kind of weird now. I showed you how the skies were kind of gray. Well, actually, hold on. Look at this. Now, I don't know if you can see that, guys. But half of it's gray and half of it's blue. You see that? The sky? The sky up there. Sorry. Trying to hold the iPad with both hands. The sky up there is kind of, sort of, well, gray. And kind of, sort of, well, white out there. So, yeah. But that's enough about the sky right now. How am I doing? Health-wise, meh. Emotionally wise, I'm doing okay. The depression that I felt back then has come and go. Sometimes it hits hard, sometimes it doesn't. But the thing that keeps me afloat, the thing that keeps me above water, is knowing who I believe in, meaning God, knowing who He is, knowing that He can get me out any moment I ask Him to, and I've asked Him to plenty of times, It's the times when, things don't go right in my life is when it goes back down deeper, The times when things take a turn for the left or the right or whatever, for the wrong. And, that just sends me deeper down into despair and, I can't do anything. But, see, today I came out here to talk about, humor and what makes you laugh. Instead, God gave me another topic to talk about. I don't sit out here just to talk to y'all, although that's one of my main core functions. But I come out here to help teach, help instruct people on feelings and how to harbor those feelings, how to take those feelings and, run with it, if you will. Not run out into the street and be jumping over cars. Poor car, poor car. No. So, you don't do that. But what you do, editor's gonna have to put a little something there. I'm telling you. Anyways, but what I do learn from, that roller coaster of feelings is that someone out there has it worse than you do. Whether it be you, whether it be Tommy, whether it be Richard, whether it be Tammy, whether it be Karen, whether it be Sharon, whoever, whether it be Rain, whether it be Kwame, whether it be Kieran, whether it be Q, whether it be, if I have not said your name in here, I'm sorry. I'm only one person and everything, only an older person with an older mind, so my brain, does a Freudian slip every once in a while and it goes bye-bye. But if y'all will tell me what is the most down that y'all felt in your lifetime, and on the opposite, what is the thing that helped you get out of that depression? I tell you, it will help out a lot of people within this community, this family of mine, because people do go through heartaches and hardships and heartbreaks and whatnot. They go through depression and having those thoughts of doing whatever to themselves. And I'm telling you right now, please don't. You can have those thoughts, but don't go through with those thoughts. Alright? If you need to, go reach out. Okay? Reach out for help. There's a number out there that you can call. I know of it. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but there is a number out there. Many people come to watch this channel thinking I'm going to be saying something about a community that is now on Twitch, not Twitter, Twitch. And many people are asking why, how come, and I believe that the reason is because you can keep people out of watching your lives and your videos and your room in general. Now this one community, one person has a lot of videos on her YouTube channel, of course, and it's a great community, I'm not gonna lie. The host is really cool, the head mods are really cool, the mods are really cool. I got no problem with the mods, I got no problem with the host. Some of the people in there, though, can be unruly, but that's just some of them, not all of them. All of them, there are most of them who are very nice and kind and considerate and don't care your age or whatever. Now, it does come to those trolls who loves to, try and make you angry, and I'm going to go on record and say that I fell into that anger quite well. And I gotta say something here. When you have darkness in your heart, when you have evil in there, you can't have light. You can't have good. When you have light and goodness and wanting to become the best and wanting to become, a very good person, there is no room for darkness. You can't have both. It's either light or dark. It's not stick your finger in a little bit of dark and a little bit of light and then you're perfect. No. It's either or. And how you choose is ultimately going to affect your life. I chose darkness in the start of, life, because that's all I knew. People were doing things to me in high school and middle school and stuff like that, elementary school. Then, as I was growing up, it was focused on light. Now, it's focused on light because I want to go towards God. I want to be more godly filled. I want to be more with Him. I get angry, yes. That happens in life. And, the way I handle life or the way I handle anger, sometimes it can throw me for a loop. Sometimes, I'm good when it comes to people getting me angry. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes that anger builds up and you just want to release it, But I'm telling you, if that happens, get away from the situation. Just, step away. Because what is getting you angry, you need to separate yourself from. I'm not going to lie. I've missed that family, that community. But I believe I became better because I've gone. I became closer to God. I became knowing who God is. Not because, I got out of that family, that group, that community, but because, one, I was in that community and, the host did encourage me to do live streams and stuff like that, video game wise. I don't do that very much anymore ever since leaving. I still do it, but not nearly as much as I used to. It's just that ever since Adam the Woo has passed, I do more vlogs now than anything. And I do more daily vlogs. Ooh, that's an interesting truck there. Sorry, y'all couldn't see it, but yeah. But yeah, I do some lives and video game lives. I think I might do it tonight, You know how yesterday I said it was the last day? Yes, it was the last day in Jerusalem. But tonight ends everything. Tonight is the last night of Days of Unleavened Bread. Tonight is the last day of unleavened bread. Today is the holiest day of one of the holiest days for the Jews out there. And I'll even say Chag Sameach to those Messianic Jews and Jews out there. Means happy holy day, as far as I'm aware of. Tomorrow, maybe later on in the week, I'm going to be doing something about Pentecost. And it's where we're going to be reading the whole entire book of Ruth. So, but I'm going to be outlining Ruth. But I don't know. What do you think? Should I read the whole entire book of Ruth, or should I not, guys? There's a beautiful dog being walked by, I would say, a beautiful owner. She doesn't know that I'm talking about her, you know. It's a beautiful day out, family. There are some times when I think of something to say and it goes right out the other ear, you know. My brain just says, nope, I don't want you to remember what you were saying. And then it just flows out. And if that happens, family, forgive me, please. I got a mind, it just slips. But what was I talking about earlier before I got distracted? Oh, yeah, depression. So, if you're running into that problem, you know, you're running into a door, per se, that does not open, that doesn't seem to want to open, that seems like it's sealed shut. And that thing is sealed shut by, well, life, Satan, whoever, you know, your own family member. Just remember that you got a heavenly Father up there who can and will help you. You just need to ask. Ask Him to come in and help you in this situation, whatever situation it is. You can't go about life just wondering if it'll get better without including the Heavenly Father, without including Him. Now I know this gotten turned into a little serious note here. And kids, the coloring challenge is still on. If y'all would color me a picture and like send it here in the comments, or I don't know, I'll find some way to have y'all give it to me in a private form. But yep, one day, one day it'll be for a reward, guys, and I don't know what reward. Maybe college fund for later or something. But that's only if I get like multiples of subscribers. I need only less than 100? Maybe like 55 more? Maybe, no, let's round it off to 100. So, I was going to do like something funny, like say the word snake and then bleep out the word so that it sound like I said something terrible. But that's not for me to do right now. Not when I just done a serious topic. So all you YouTubers out there, if y'all want to collab, then hit me up in the comments and tell me what channel you're from and everything. I'll take a look at it. If I like your style and everything, I will subscribe and type down there done in your comments of one of your videos. Hamburger and hot dogs sound really good to me right now. Here comes a bus, like a school bus. Now, I'm not going to go out there and show you because, privacy for the kids. But I was going to do, why am I rambling? Midnight, come on, get it together. I'm going to do a live tonight, video game live, if I can get off my lazy butt. Oh, by the way, I've been playing Pokemon Champions. Oh, I love that game. It's a free-to-play game on Switch and Switch 2. And yeah, like I said, if you love Pokemon and battling and love the whole entire Pokemon Stadium aspect, then this is kind of like Pokemon Stadium, only way different. It has a lot of changes within it besides the Pokemon Stadium 2. It has an actual story, and I'll let you go and check it out. And it will come out on mobile later this year. So, and it is free to play. Sure, you can put money into it, but I wouldn't recommend it. It is really fun. But hey, if you like what you saw here on this channel, on this video, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Boink. And that little bell. Ding dong. And I will, and make sure to comment something like, howdy, hello, how are you doing? Tell me what you think of my videos. And be honest, please. I can take the criticism sometimes. Like, in one of my conversations with one of my cousins, they told me that you need to stick with the topic. Well, to which I told them, do you not know who I am? I'm a chaotic type of person. So therefore my videos need to produce that chaotic type of content, don't you think? Yep, that's what I thought. But if you're sitting there just talking, just to babble, about nothing, then like me, I just sit there and babble about nothing. When in reality, I should go out there and find stuff to do. Like, I should take you guys on a walk with me from here to my other cousin's house and then post it. Or from here to my other cousin's house and back and post it. That would make some good content, because you never know who I will run up against or run into or whatnot. I was walking that dog, Pepe, all the way down there, and it's like a couple of blocks, not far at all, but I was walking him down there, and we were passing over the bridge that was there, and like I said, you're going to find out one day. And this old couple was talking with me and petting the dog and whatnot. And so this elderly man leaned over and tried to pet Pepe. And I don't think Pepe liked it very much, because he growled and then snipped. I quickly nullified that real quick. I told Pepe no, and then began lecturing him as we walked. Now, he showed me what a good boy could be, once we were on the street and everything. And so I loosened up my restraints on him and everything. Because I feel like you have to be tough on these animals, like especially the dogs sometimes, because if you're not, they're gonna think they can do whatever, and they really can't. Ooh, guys, I don't know if you see this, but the sun decided to come out. That's beautiful. I was talking about yesterday one of God's beautiful works, being the rain. Well, this is another part, the sun. And so, yeah. But, anyways, I say but a lot, don't I? And I don't mean like the B-U-T-T. I'm talking about not this, but that type of thing. And there's a bug on my screen. Get off. Trying to do a YouTube vlog. Don't y'all hate it when there's a bug on your screen? Anyways, guys, leave your comments, your likes, your subscribing, hit that notification bell. Remember, God loves you, your parents love you, your grandparents, your aunts, uncle, and whoever else loves you. Remember, I love you too. And family, I'll see you in the next live or the vlog. This vlog is over. Bye.